Hi, it's Mystic Marla. I'm here with the Palmistry Tarot Double Down, and the card I'd like to talk about today is Hierophant. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith Hierophant. This is the Katrine Wellstein Hierophant. And when this card comes up, I think about a traditional way of doing things, someone that likes to follow the rules, stick to a known path, and like some structure around what they're doing. In some readings, like a love reading, it might indicate vows or taking something to a more contractual level. It can literally mean a more religious perspective, a more ritualized religious perspective, I would say. And so I'd like to talk about how that might appear in a hand, one or two of the features I might look at if this card popped up in a reading. So I'm going to lay those down. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see my hand model here. Bear with me. There we go. And one of the features that I would look for in somebody who might have features of this in their hand would be the middle finger. Middle fingers in tarot, in palmistry tend to be the Saturn finger. It's also where I would look to for the features that would make a person more conventional, more structured, more rule-oriented. And so that might appear as a somewhat longer than average middle finger. And when you look at the length of the middle finger, you compare it to the index and ring finger on either side of it. An average length middle finger, the nail bed, if you were to look at the back of the hand, would be above the tips of the other fingers. The other feature that you would look for, if you get your magnifying glass out, you'd check the print pattern on somebody's finger. And somebody with an arched fingerprint on the middle finger would look like that. Hold it up for you. Would be somebody who's more likely than average to like a structured kind of ritualized way of looking at the world. They might be more likely to adhere to a religion where there's a ritual like Catholicism or a very routine sort of orthodox practice. That might be important to look at. And in general, they may have a hand that's more air-shaped, which would be a square palm and fairly long fingers. Air-handed folks tend to be a little more academic, not always. Sometimes they're more spiritual, or they're good at bringing a more air-type concept or a brainier type way of living down to a usable level for people, much like a religious leader would do. And those are the features for today that I would look at if I saw the Hierophant show up. I hope this was helpful to somebody. Feel free to like and subscribe and drop some comments.